Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our official closing night film of DocLands 2018. We are so happy, thrilled, and honored to be presenting 16 Bars, the world premiere at this beautiful Christopher B. Smith Raffel Film Center. Thank you for coming. My name is Mark Fishkin, and I am the founder and director of the California Film Institute.
And I'm Joni Cooper. I'm the Director of Programming for DocLands. Thank you for being here.
Certainly there are just hundreds and hundreds of people who make this possible, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention our major sponsors. So I'd like to thank Nancy and Rich Robbins. And I don't know who's in the theater, but at the end of this, if you're here, I would love you to stand and be acknowledged by the audience. Nancy and Rich Robbins, and from Wareham Development, Genuine Article Pictures, Vicky Soulier, and Jennifer McCready. So if you're in the audience, please stand up. I see Jennifer.
Thank you.
Any other? Vicky? Yes, thank you. Thank you, ladies, so much for your incredible support. It's deeply appreciated. Closing night is a very special time for us, and it's kind of curious that last year we had a film that was also called a music doc, Rumble, the Indians Who Rock the World, and 16 Bars has been referred to as a music doc. But there's so much more. Just, it's incredible. We talked a lot at this festival about the universality of the films that we show, the subjects, the subject matter, and how they are here to really point out and emphasize and rise our bond as having a common humanity. And I don't think there's any film that does that more so than this film tonight. And again, we are just so proud to be showing it. We have some very special guests, and I'm going to allow Joni here to proceed with that.
Thanks, Mark. I just wanted to say that this film came to us in programming just out of the blue. And from the moment that my colleagues and I saw it, we knew that we really wanted to screen it. It was before the final cut, before color correction, before the sound mix, but it was already a stellar film. And yes. So we're all, we're all really excited to see the final version tonight. And it's filled with beautifully produced music. But what stood out for me were the amazing humans who are involved in it. I still get shivers thinking about it and the music. So I'd like to ask Sam Bathrick, the director, to come up and just introduce the film. Well done.
Check 1, 2. I don't actually have a whole lot to say. We're really grateful that you're all here. You're the first human beings to witness this film in a theater, and as it is our world premiere, I just want to thank you for being here, and stick around for the Q&A afterwards and maybe some other special surprises.
Thanks, Sam. Enjoy the film. Sam Bathrick.
So I'm hoping that we could bring up all the folks who were working on this film. Speech, Alex, Al. In the audience tonight, we have Teddy and Loretta.
Thank you all. Incredible. I agree. I totally agree. It was emotional, but fantastic. Thank you all for such an incredible film. Teddy, thanks for coming. Loretta, speech. I'm going to start off just by asking, how did you guys connect to make this film?
Yo. Sam and I had met, I guess maybe 2 to 3 years ago, doing another project. And we had seen a special on CNN by Lisa Ling about men, a daddy and daughter's dance that was happening at the Richmond, Virginia jail. And we were so moved by the humanity that was shown in that film that immediately myself and my manager, Joe Lamont, who's one of the partners on this film with us, reached out to them. And it took about 2 years for us to arrange everything that needed to be arranged for us to finally work together and film this.
Thanks. And I have to say that Joe is another incredible human.
Yes, he is. He's an amazing person, has a great heart.
I'm sorry he wasn't able to be here, but believe it or not, he's in DocLands, Australia.
That's right.
He was thinking that. Okay, have we got some questions? Anybody? There's one.
Yeah. Is this on? Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. How you doing? That was a wonderful documentary. If that was a drama that would move many people, but that was so much more than that. It was a documentary, and I thank you. That was a moving film and a moving story, and I wish all of you the best. Thank you.
Another question? We've got one right there. And
Teddy, I'm so glad you can be here. I just want to say God bless you.
Yes.
God bless you. Where can we access this amazing music?
Well, we're officially finished mixing this album. It's an amazing album. We couldn't fit all of the music into the film. It's a phenomenal record. And we're working out how to release it, how to distribute it. The music industry sucks right now. So there's a lot of stuff that we're having to work out in order to get the music released. But it will be released. And so we're telling people, please have patience with us, and we'll have it out by either later this year or early 2019.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And 16 Bars, the film, will have updates on the album and where the film will be playing and all that. 16barsthefilm.com.
watch for
Promotion.
Hi, how's it going? I just want to say that this film speaks very deeply to me. I run a nonprofit that teaches hip-hop music production, beat making, and in elementary, middle, and high schools, and we work in juvenile hall in Alameda County, and I've worked across the world in a lot of prison settings using music, and I've seen it as being very powerful. I'm a psychologist myself and a beat maker. And I just want to ask, I've been wondering a lot about trauma and how that's linked to addiction. I think a good portion of addiction has to do with trauma, and I think a lot of that was spoken to in the film. And so I'm curious about your take on that, as well as what else you would like to have been given along the way in any or all of your journeys, and to Teddy as well. What you wish you had been given aside from this opportunity?
A better example. Don't get me wrong, my mother did the best she could, but to grow up as a man or a male, men and women are wired different. So she only could give me what she had. I didn't have a positive male to show me how to become a man. So I emulated what I saw. And I think that's what's missing in our communities, not just black communities, but a lot of children don't have the right role model.
And I also wanted to add to that, if you don't mind. You know, as a musician that's been doing this for 30 years, and my group, from the very beginning, along with so many others that inspired us, believed that music and entertainment is meant to inspire, and it's meant to be a soundtrack for change. And this is our America. What you just saw up here is this is our country. And in the music industry, I can easily say that a lot of the music and a lot of the entertainment is not addressing any of this. The complexities, the jagged edges, it's not a clear-cut situation if this film shows anything. It's not clear-cut. There's nothing clean about this. It's very dirty, it's grimy, it's real, and so much of the entertainment and the culture that comes from the entertainment is not addressing any of it. And so many times, as Teddy was just sharing, brothers and sisters come home or they're out and they don't have a lot of examples. They don't have a lot of, so what you're doing privately is happening underground. And what I strive to do, and hopefully this movie will help start this conversation, is to have it back in the mainstream. Real issues that really are affecting the entire country right now, instead of just dancing and this, that, and the third. I like dancing, but still. So that's one of the things, too, that, you know, convicts me as a musician and the role that I can play.
Got a question over here.
I want to thank you, Speech. You've always made music that created positive African images and identity, and I bless you for that for years. Teddy, you kicking the hip hop that we missing out here.
Exactly.
You kicking the hip hop that changed my life as a youth, that has me doing the work I still do today. And I gotta ask you, brother, because you spent most of your life in prison, yeah? And your bars that you spit, man, it was so lucid on what systemic oppression is in our society, what the roots of it are, what the causes of it are. How did, other than your lived experience, or is it just your lived experience that had you arrive at your consciousness? Like, how did you get the inside knowledge in the game that you spit on those bars, man?
I think just being there, being a part of it, witnessing certain things that some people wish they would never even have to imagine, but it's reality. Like right now, I'm excited, I feel honored, but I'm also afraid, because when I leave California, I gotta go back to live on a sidewalk. And I've been clean since October of last year, but I had one, no, I'm not being funny or rude when I say don't applaud me for this. I had a slip up since then, I had one slip up since then, and it's difficult because I'm in a city that my father is there, the one who started me. He won't even bring me a cup of cold water. If I go back to Richmond, because I was in that gang and the things that I've done in my past, people are going to remember that. And in order to survive, I will have to live that way again. So what do? It's just, I just write what I see, what I feel, what's real. Some people accept it, some people don't. But I guess it's for the ones who do.
And one of the things that we really hope to accomplish with this film is to let you in on the reality so that you see it and that we all together, those who see this, can make that same plea that you did. We need more of this. And we need music like this to inspire, to encourage, and give people that strength that they need to move forward, or at least part of the strength they need to move forward. So yeah, that's what we hope to do, is open that window.
We got a question over here. I don't really have a question, just a comment to you, Teddy. I think that your mother is so special.
Yes, she is.
And I think that was an underlying theme in the movie, that you had something that some of those other folks didn't have. So.
Thank you. Here's another.
Thank you. I just wanted to This is to Loretta and to Speech and to Teddy. And I'm just curious, I found it really poignant that you both actually imagined children singing your chorus. And I'm just wondering how that came to be and why on that track you imagined children and what it felt like to record those youth without you present, and what that felt like when you heard these younger and future generations on your track.
Well, I was in prison, and I was about to come home, and they had, you can buy instrumentals, like on a JP5 player, you can download them, and I heard this track, and I said, man, I was joking. I said, this is very inspirational. My cellmate said, you should write a song about being inspired. He said, man, you inspire everybody in here, because everybody know you from what you're changing. And one day I just went in my cell and I wrote it. And I said, man, I hear children. I just kept hearing it. Because I can't sing. I didn't have that gift. But that's basically, I mean, to be honest, I thought it was just a cliche when they say children are the future. Well, that's real. Because that little kid, they're going to be sitting in those seats that govern the land. And if they don't have the right opportunities or the right education, or it's just, I just feel like kids their voice need to be heard. And like he said, the music that's out now, and music is so influential to children, like to hear little kids singing booty songs, that's you know what I'm saying? Like it is. So I feel like maybe this may trigger something, you know, amongst the youth. So that's pretty much how. I'm kind of speechless right now. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. We've got a question over the.
I actually have a question as a mother to a mother, as a single mom with two sons that I've struggled with, and I know you obviously have. How do you get through this as a mother, and what do you hope for your son, and how have you stayed strong on the journey that you've gone through, raising children and struggling and going through disappointments and hopes and so on?
I think it boils down to my faith. Without faith, I personally can't exist. I've dealt with issues that Teddy's had since he was 5, first time institutionalized in a children's psychiatric unit. So from going from that to, it's always been a challenge. And I always knew that he had some greatness in him, but for a long time, I didn't know why he was disruptive, why he was lashing out, until, as it was stated in the docu, that it was in a family therapy session that he and my daughter were being abused. And as a mother, you feel like, how in the world can I live in the house with someone and don't even know that they're doing this? So from that, I've had different religious journeys, and I remember I was studying Islam, and my mother went to Christian church, and she kept coaxing me, come on, you have to go, you just go. And I gave in and I went, and I just broke down. And once I did that, it was kind of like, God is universal. Okay, I get this, I can do this. I just have to believe and do the best that I know he instilled in me, to try to always instill in him to do what's right, no matter how hard. It's harder to do what's right. It's so easy to do the wrong thing. And it's been difficult because I'm the only girl of 4 brothers. And in their mind, it's like, well, your kids, he's grown now, and you just have to let them go, and they have to learn and find out on their own. Well, my mother didn't raise me that way. I'm 60, and she's 88, and I'm still her baby. So, you just have to be there. And in your challenging days, you can call me.
Great. I think we've got time for one more question, and we've got one right over here.
I think a mother's job is to be a life preserver for your child or children, whatever they do, wherever they go, and we brought them into the world, and that is honestly our job.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Great. There's
For the filmmakers, what happens now? Where does this film go? Are you planning to build an impact campaign? And then also for Teddy, what does it take? And what do you need to keep you off the street?
Well, this is the first time that anyone's seen this film, so we're just kind of taking that in. But I think it's very important to us. We've started to have conversations about this film being shown in jails, in prisons, in law schools and universities and places where people who make policy, because I think, as Speech stated, we are not experts in the criminal justice system. We were attracted to the idea of telling real stories and of meeting people like Teddy and Garland and Anthony and Devante, realizing that these stories were to us something different than stats, that these human beings had something to say to us that were going to move us in a way that was different than the reports around the criminal justice system. So our hope is that this has a life beyond this festival, that people sit in their living rooms and watch this and feel dissonance about the system that we're a part of by living in this country, and that we look at that.
Well, to be honest, it's not just one thing that I need, but I need resources, I need opportunity, I need a job, of course.
Careful.
Yeah. Like right where they had, where they were filming at, while I was sleeping, I still sleep there. Not even 30 feet away is a Salvation Army. Maybe 100 feet behind us is the Miami Rescue Mission. And I know a lot of people are like, well, what are you, an idiot? Why don't you go in there? Well, they're inside of there smoking crack, shooting heroin, sneaking prostitutes in. I can't control who comes through those doors, but I can control where I go if I lay on that sidewalk. And to me, I have a peace of mind that I wouldn't have in there. And I don't know what to do, except that until either God creates an opportunity or someone says, you know what, I'm gonna give you an opportunity or a chance, or I'm gonna give you enough cash or whatever. Just, it's not that I need somebody to help me to help myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on my knees right now. I just need somebody to help me to get on my feet. I can walk, but I don't have the strength. I just don't have it.
What is that?
Let me say something. And this film, as Sam was just saying, it's a vehicle. And so we are very open to suggestions, and this is intended to be a vehicle to help the conversation, to help to bring solutions for Teddy and for others, because this is how God works. We were going to film this film on a particular date. We didn't know Teddy, we didn't know Devontae, we didn't know Garland, we didn't know Anthony personally. It was divine that those were the men that we would end up shooting. My point is that this is 4 men out of millions right here in this city, in every city across the nation. This is a microcosm, what you just saw here. So we're very open, and we hope that this will stir exactly the types of questions we're getting today so that we can help have an organic solution as we move forward. As Sam said, this is the very first filming or showing that we've ever had for the film, for you all.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay. 1, 2. Probably is 2 of the ultimate.
Okay.
Can I say?
Yes.
1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, sorry. It's the same. Oh. Oh, let's try that again. For those that, can we turn it up a little bit more? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. There you go. For those that hang around, I was wondering if we could sing a little something for you and rhyme a little something for you. Oh, pirate, yes, stay rabbi. Sold I to the merchant ships, minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my head was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We flowered in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, songs of freedom. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves could free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop at a time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs. 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs. Songs of freedom, songs of freedom, songs of freedom. Redemption song, one of my favorite songs by Bob Marley. Teddy, do you want to do an a cappella? It's up to you if you're not there.
Yeah,
You could use this mic. Y'all, if you'd like to hear him do an a cappella verse right quick, please show some love.
Well, to be honest, I just told Sam I I was gonna do a song. I just want to say one quick, brief little thing, and then I want to do a poem. I think I leave Monday. If anybody knows or can help in any way, I'm not talking, it doesn't have to be money. It could be resources. It could be, hey, I know someone, help me. I'm human. I'm not perfect. I've made some bad choices, and what I learned is you can pick your choices, but not the consequence. I didn't expect to be living on a sidewalk at 38 years old. But I want to do this poem. It's called Slave Shoes. Holes in the bottom, too small, worn heels. Up and down these cotton fields I walk for years. I take pride in my slave shoes. I keep them clean to see the reflection of what my people dream. Where no vision is, the people perish. And by no means am I embarrassed, for these shoes reflect my life and all I've been through. So before you hang me, let me tie my shoes.
So we will have information on our website, 16 Bars, the film. And before we leave, I'll do one last song. And then thank y'all for coming tonight. We really appreciate you. Let's do People Every Day. Y'all can stand up if you want. This is hip hop, you know. Turn it up some, please. Clap your hands like this. Check it out. Let me hear you say whoa. Say yeah. Say whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa. One more time, come on. Whoa. Say yeah. Say whoa, yeah, whoa, 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 whoa. I am everyday people. Yeah. Hey, hey. You see, I am everyday people. Yeah. See, I was resting at the park, minding my own business as I kick up the treble tone. On my radio tape, play a box track, just loud enough so folks can hear his hype. See, out of nowhere comes this woman I'm dating. Yeah, investigation, maybe she was demonstrating, but nevertheless I was pleased. My day was going great and my soul was at ease until a group of brothers started bugging out, drinking the 40 ounce, going the wrong route, and disrespecting my black queen, and holding their crotches and being obscene. At first I ignored her, cause see I know they tight. They got drunk, they got guns, and yes they wanna fight. And they see a young couple having a time that's good. Now the Eagles wanna test a brother's manhood. So they came to test speech cause of my hairdo and the loud bright colors that I wear. Boo! I was a target cause I'm a fashion misfit, and the outfit that I'm wearing brothers dissing it. But see I stay strong because of leave me be. But they squeezing parts of my date's anatomy. Why Lord, you brothers have to drill me? Cause if I start to hit this man, they'll have to kill me. The chorus go, I am everyday people. I'd like y'all to sing the chorus with me, if you can sing. Check it out, say, that's it, that's it. Yes, am everyday people. And you don't stop and keep shouting. Yeah, we can stop it there. Thanks y'all for vibing with us. 16 bars to film. Thank y'all so much.